This podcast is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional, medical, or any other type of advice. Have you found yourself asking, how did I get here in my life? And what happened to the magic and the life that I dreamed of? I have been there, and I was determined to figure out how I got there. I'm Cynthia Fontaine, and I searched in many areas of personal development, consciousness, personality profiles, healing, and more to find the secrets to getting my magic back and living my life on purpose, boldly and authentic. And now I am going to share those secrets with you. Welcome to Boldly Authentic, the podcast. All right, so we are on episode 8, and I am getting more energized as our time together has gone on. And I sure hope that you have been following along from the beginning back to episode 1. And if you haven't, I really encourage you to go back and check out the previous episodes because they build upon each other. And I'm doing this intentionally in this first season, so you really get to know who I am, get to know about my work, and sort of how I do things and operate in the world. Up to this point, we have talked about spirit guides. We've talked about angels. We've talked about personality profiles. We've talked a little bit about chakras. We've covered a whole bunch of different areas. In this episode, I want to talk about energy. All things to do with energy. Everything in the universe is made up of energy. You're made up of energy. And our energy is so very important. How many times have you felt that your energy is just so low? And around those times, have you noticed that maybe you had spent time with some people who were downers, people who were negative, people who maybe if you shared something important to you, shared a vision, they didn't see that vision, and then your energy drops. This happens all the time. This tends to be even more prevalent if you are highly sensitive and empathic. It's really important to not only protect your energy, but I really teach and encourage people to actually build up their energy. There are some theories out there that you should protect your energy and you pull your energy field way in close to your body. So our energy field is made up of the layers of the aura. And the layers of the aura are made up of our 12 chakras. So each energy layer fills a layer of space in your auric field. Now, depending on your personality profile, like I said, if you've listened to previous shows, I talk so much about personality profiles because they are so important and they connect in with all the layers of your whole life. So a charismatic leader tends to have big energy. You know when a charismatic leader walks into the room because you can feel their energy fill the room long before they have 2 feet in the door. An emotional intelligence specialist, their energy is going to be very close to them. They're going to be very contained, but their energy field is going to feel a little soft. Knowledgeable achiever's energy is going to feel very boundaried. Not steeled off, although some knowledgeable achievers' energy can feel very steeled off, but it will feel contained. It will feel boundaried. Team players, they're sort of all over the place, and their energy often feels very playful. Creative idealist, their energy is, the best way I could describe it is probably, you might not feel it because they're not really connected into the physical plane, at least when they're in defensive mode. So generally, the one profile that doesn't usually need to make their energy bigger is the charismatic leader. Charismatic leaders usually need to pull their energy field in because their energy field is so far out, it's in everybody's business. It might even be all the way to the next town or the next state. However, even if your energy field is out wide, it does not necessarily mean that it is good for you. Your energy field can be so far out that you're losing energy because of it. And if you're in everybody else's energy fields, you're gonna lose energy. Imagine you're a ghost and you can walk right through people. Well, imagine your energy field is like a ghost, but now other people are walking through your energy field. You don't want that to happen. You don't want other people in and out of your energy field. And if your energy is so far out, you're not even going to know who's coming in and out of your energy field. Now, if you're an empath, your energy field most likely looks like a sea sponge. It will have holes in it because your energy field is very porous and you will feel everything from the people around you. So one technique that I like to teach, especially people who are empathic, people who do energy work or who are healers or are in fields where you're working with people, whether you're a hairstylist or a cosmetologist or a nurse or doctor or a massage therapist or energy healer, you want to fill your energy field. And one way that you can do this is sit quietly and imagine that you are in a bubble. And you can let the bubble be whatever color it wants to be. For some, it might be pink. For some, it may be white or blue. The color is not so important as for you to just be able to imagine sitting in a bubble. And if you have trouble visualizing, don't worry, it's okay. You know what a bubble looks like, so just intend for you to be inside of this bubble. Now, once you're in the bubble, you are going to start at your heart center, placing 2 hands on your heart, taking a nice deep breath in, actually breathing into your heart. Imagine that if the breath could directly fill your heart space, it would. And then imagine or think about, and again, if you can't visualize, it's okay. Just give the direction that you are now filling your heart and your heart chakra and the heart compartment with light. And fill it with light. And again, whatever color light comes in is fine. It will be the color light that you need. And you may not see the color, but you might hear, or you may have a knowing, oh, that's a blue light. So just roll with it. And as your heart fills with this beautiful light, imagine then it starts to go throughout your whole body, filling your entire body with this crystalline light. It's a liquid light. It's very fluid and flowing. And then as your body fills, imagine that the light starts to be coming out of all the pores in your body and all the cells, and you begin to emanate light. And this bright light now is pouring out of your body, and it is filling your bubble. It's filling your auric field. You may notice that, there's a dark spot. And again, you may just have a knowing that there's a dark spot. You may see the sponge-like texture. You may know that the sponge-like texture is there. Or for some of you, you may feel that your bubble is pretty solid. Fill it, no matter what your bubble feels like, looks like. You have a knowing of what it's like. And even if you're getting nothing, just trust that the process is working. Fill it with the light. And then when you feel as if the bubble is completely filled with light, take a deep breath in and ground yourself, connect yourself to the earth. Breathing in, imagine a silver cord coming from the sky down through the top of your head, your crown chakra, goes down your spine, out the base of your spine, and goes deep down into the earth. Now you are grounded within your energy field. How does that feel once you've done this exercise? And it only takes a couple of minutes. It's quick. You can actually do it in 30 seconds or less once you get the hang of it. Notice, how do you feel different than before you did this little, we'll call it an experiment? Because you will feel different. Now, if you're not accustomed to tuning in with your body, if you're not accustomed to tuning in with your energy field, you may not notice or detect a difference initially. It comes with practice, learning how to tune in and feel the subtleties of energy. And so I encourage you to keep practicing, especially those of you who may not have felt like you have experienced something. I encourage you anyway to do it again and again and again. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling tired and exhausted, this is a great meditation or exercise to do by filling your heart with energy, with light first, and then filling your bubble. And you will feel better after you charge your energy field. Now, I say you charge your energy field. We're not really doing anything. Spirit is working through us, and spirit is whatever you resonate with. It can be the divine, it can be God, it can be goddess, it can be Buddha. It's, for me, and this is my own personal feeling, there is an energy that connects all of us. I don't particularly need to label it, but some people feel better if they have a label or a name that they can call it. Because we are energy beings, we need to get charged, just like your cell phone or your portable devices. Filling your energy field with light and grounding yourself is one way that you can recharge. What are some other ways that you can recharge? Go be near the ocean. The ocean is negatively charged. It has negative ions. And from our electronic devices and just being around other people, we build up an overload of positive electrons, which can actually be very draining. The ocean, the salt water, can help absorb, if you will, those ions and then put negative ions into our energy field. And that's why when you go to the ocean, for those of you who have been fortunate enough to have been able to do that, that's why you feel refreshed and renewed when you come from the ocean. Now, if you don't have access to salt water or to the ocean, you can put Himalayan salt lamps in your house. They have the same effect. It's not as quick as if you were to sit by the ocean or take a dip in the salt water, but it is one way that you can do it. That you can also take baths in pink Himalayan salt. that can help clear your field as well. The abundance of the positive ions. Many years ago, I had a Kundalini yoga instructor tell a class that to protect yourself, you should pull your energy field really, really close to you, really close, so it fits like a glove. Well, that's okay for a short period of time, but just like if you're wearing tight clothes, after a while, it becomes uncomfortable and you just want to get those clothes off. Same if you pull your energy field in and you leave it there, it becomes very uncomfortable. I prefer to expand your field out about to the tips of your fingers if you hold your arms up to about waist height and fill that energy field with light. Make it bright and strong. If you think about nature, if you happen to encounter a wild animal, a coyote, a bear, any big animal, they tell you to get really big and make a lot of noise. Expand your energy. Why? Because that's going to frighten off the animal. And so the same principle applies. If you fill your energy field and have it solid and strong and big, it's going to protect you. It's going to keep you safe. It's going to scare away any bad juju that might be directed your way. Is this technique 100% foolproof? No, because we can't always be 100%. Our energy isn't always really high. And there are days that when you fill your field up, it's going to be a little bit dimmer than on a good day if you're having an off day. That's sort of just the natural cycle of things. You do the best you can. There are times when you may pick up things from other people, especially if you have people in your life or around you who are negative, maybe who don't have the best intentions for you. You might get slimed, I like to call it. And in cases like that, there are times when it's really a beneficial thing to have a professional clearing done. I will give a caution here because it's kind of a thing in the psychic world, and I don't know why, but there are people out there who are not ethical. And if you ever have somebody, say if you go to a card reader or a palm reader or a psychic, and they say, oh, you have a curse, you have black magic on you, you have blah, blah, blah. Bring me a sock, a bar of soap, and $300. Don't walk away. Run away. Run away quickly, very quickly, because that is not how you do this. And when there are people that approach the work in that way, you can pretty much be guaranteed that they are going to tell you not too far down the road that you have to bring them some other object and more cash. So don't do that. Really, don't do that, please. Educate yourself in the best way to move through this world that is ethical, that makes sense, because at the end of the day, we have to be responsible for the choices that we make, even when those choices turn out to be maybe not the best choices that they could have been. So do yourself a favor. Don't get bamboozled. And if you go into any kind of metaphysical store and the salesperson says you need 10 different kind of incense and a whole bunch of different kinds of crystals, and you need this herb or that book or this and that, say, thank you. I'm going to look around and then walk away. This actually happened recently to one of my students. And you don't necessarily need all that stuff. Can it be beneficial? Sure. There's lots of metaphysical tools that are beneficial and that can really help you in your life. Just like a really comfortable pair of shoes can help you get around in the world more comfortably. You can walk further, you'll feel more energized, and at the same time, they're not doing the walking. So keep that in mind. There are lots of metaphysical tools that can help you in the world and help you through your day. They can enhance things in your life, but they are not the be-all, end-all, get-all when you are looking to manifest, when you are looking to clear things in your life, when you're looking for love. Sometimes you're looking the wrong places. No, that's just a little joke. So rather than going down a rabbit hole and having a house full of all these metaphysical tools that might not be helping you, and sometimes when you have too many things, like if you have a lot of crystals, sometimes the energy will keep you from sleeping at night because it's too much energy. Sometimes the energy of the crystals, because they'll be bouncing off each other. So I actually will wrap some of my crystals in aluminum foil because it contains the energy within the foil. And then I'll take crystals out of the foil for certain ceremonies or things like that. So I don't have all my crystals out all the time. I use different crystals at different times. And then I have my everyday crystals like my black tourmaline, my rose quartz. I have lots of rose quartz. I love rose quartz. And selenite. So those things I have around the house all the time. And then other crystals I will put out during certain moon cycles to charge. And then I will put them away to save that charge for some special event or special occasion. Some other things that can deplete your energy are having a cluttered and messy house. If you have a lot of stuff, it takes a lot of energy just to have the stuff, to look at the stuff, to think about it. How are you going to clean? So if you have a lot of stuff, this is a perfect time. Well, I think any time is a great time to do a deep cleaning. I just went through all of my closets recently and gave away so much stuff. If you are someone who has an overwhelming amount of things, I suggest you start with one little area. Start in the bathroom with a medicine cabinet if you have one, or wherever you keep your toiletries and things like that. And set a timer for 10 minutes. And clear for 10 minutes anything that is over 6 months old in the bathroom, such as makeup or, well, toothbrushes you want to replace every 3 months. Anything that is outdated, throw it away. And then when you have one area done, and if it takes you 10 minutes and you get the medicine cabinet done, then if you still have more energy and more bandwidth to do another 10 minutes, do 10 more minutes. And if you do 10 minutes every day, you will find that after a while, your whole house is going to be sorted. You have to be a little bit ruthless, though, because for myself, I will put things aside. I'll have 2 or 3 boxes. I'll have a box for things that I love and don't want to give away or rehome. I'll have a box for things that I kind of like, but I haven't used in a while, not sure about. And then I'll have a third box of things that like, oh yeah, haven't used it, don't love it. Aunt Mildred gave it to me. I've never liked it. Those sort of things go in the box. The key is, as soon as you fill up a box or a bag, whatever you're putting your things in, bundle it up and get it out of the house. take it right to Goodwill and do not leave it in the house, because what happens is most people will then go back and sort through the bag or the box again and take things out and go, well, I don't know, maybe I should keep this. No. Bundle it up and take it out of the house. Give it away. If you have a free swap, a buy nothing, a curb alert, take it to the thrift store. Just get it out of the house and then be done with it. Okay. The maybe box or bag, you can mull over that for a short while, not too long. I'd like you to make a decision on those pile of things within 24 to 48 hours. And the things that you kind of like in there but haven't used in more than 6 months, I want you to really take a deep evaluation. If I don't love it, I haven't used it, do I need it? If your answer is no, then give it away, sell it, yard sale it, whatever. That will help you really clear out a lot of your stuff. So I personally like stuff. I like decorative things. I like clothes. I like shoes. I like jewelry. I like stuff. And so I've had to have a rule, which I've had in place for many years, is when one thing comes in, 2 things have to go out. And if I'm not willing to send 2 things on their way, then I better not bring 1 thing in. And sometimes people give me things because my friends all know that I'm really great at being able to rehome items, whether it's clothing or household items, whatever. I will sometimes come home and there'll be a bag on my porch. When I had a garage, I would often open the garage door and there would be things in the garage. One time I came home and the whole middle of the garage was piled with stuff because one of my friends was moving. I actually like that because for some reason, I don't know why, it brings me joy to be able to then find homes for these things, whether it's my own personal items or things that I have collected from friends or neighbors or whatever. I did a project this past spring where I did a prom drive, dresses, tuxedos, jewelry, purses, anything related to prom. And I was able to donate to this wonderful organization. Going through my own closet, my daughter went through her closet. I had some friends and neighbors go through their closets. And all together, I was able to take 12 floor-length ball gowns, 15 ankle to just below the knee, really cute cocktail dresses. I was able to take shoes and, oh my God, so much jewelry. And I had such a ball doing it. And then one of my friends went with me and we delivered all these items. And some of the people who were recipients of these items were actually at the foundation the day that we dropped them off. And it was such a joy to be able to do that. And my daughter recently returned to the foundation and they are still talking about the wonderful thing that I was able to do to make these young people's proms, because otherwise they wouldn't have had prom outfits to wear and jewelry and shoes and so forth. So when you are letting go of things, I used to do yard sales, which was fine, but I have shifted that. And part of that shift came from changing my mindset from lack and scarcity to knowing that I am always provided for. And so, I mean, some of these ball gowns that I donated cost hundreds of dollars. And in the past, I would have cringed and they would have stayed in my closet for decades, never to be worn again. And the thought of giving them away would have made me panic. I also had a bunch of brand new boots and shoes that I had purchased right before I shattered my leg and ankle, which I could no longer wear because my foot only bends so far now. And I can't pull boots on. I can't wear anything with a heel anymore, sadly, because I love heels. And so I had these wonderful brand new boots and shoes. And again, in the past, and I actually thought about taking them to the consignment shop and selling them. And then I thought, you know what? I could do that. And what am I going to get? A couple $100 maybe? Would that have made a huge impact in my life? No. However, those items may make a huge impact in a young person's life who maybe has never had a really nice pair of winter boots or a pair of Coach dress sandals. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's more value in gifting things than there is in reselling. And if you need the money, then you need the money. And that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. There was a time in my life when I had to sell things because I had to feed my kids and I was out of work and I had things that I could sell. So don't ever feel bad if you're in a position where you really can't afford to give things away, that there are things that you could clear out that you sell because you need the money. That's okay. The key is don't feel guilty about it either way. Bringing this back around to energy, you can deplete your energy if you're gifting things away and you feel really bad about it, or you can increase your energy if you're gifting things away and you feel really good about it. It's all about how you feel. It's just a flick of the energy, and you can change your mind and change your energy as fast as you change a thought. You can also safeguard your energy by being really mindful of what you let in to your life and who you let into your life. If you have someone who is always negative and down and complaining, you might want to rethink that friendship. You might want to scale your time back with them, or maybe choose to exit the friendship or the relationship, whether it's a very close relationship or a more casual relationship. You have to be mindful and protect your energy because nobody else is going to, and nobody else has the right to or should be looking after your energy. You take responsibility for your energy, for your own self, for your well-being, and that will help others around you become more responsible for theirs, or they'll walk away. It's a matter of setting boundaries. You want to set clear and healthy boundaries, even on your energy field or with your energy field. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you've really enjoyed this and have gotten some great tools out of it. Please share this with your friends. Like and follow me on social media. Check out my website, CynthiaFontaine.com. I want to thank you again for spending your time hanging out with me on this day, wherever you are in the world. Until next time, be well, take good care, and I will see you somewhere in the universe. Ciao for now.
This podcast was produced by Alchemy of the Earth Inc. at CynthiaFontaine.com. Producer Elise Spizak, Media Relations LJ Rank, Director Ryan Fontaine, and Sound Engineer David Breton. please subscribe to patreon.com/boldlyauthentic for exclusive membership bonuses.